The Donghua begins with a remarkable young man named Tang San who was incredibly talented and skilled in martial arts. Despite being young, he had already mastered advanced techniques such as the Purple Demon Eye move and the Iron Fist technique. However, he made a grave mistake one day when he broke the rules of his sect by sneaking into the secret library and studying forbidden techniques. As a result, the elders of his sect chased him down to punish him, but Tang San was quick to flee. He ran through the forest until he reached a dangerous cliff called Demon Valley, where he was finally cornered. With no other options left, he jumped off the cliff, smiling without a hint of regret. But that wasn't the end of his story. Tang San soon woke up in the body of a 6-year-old child, living with his father Tang Hao in a small village on the Douluo Plains. His father was a blacksmith who liked to drink, and Tang San had to take care of the household chores and cooking. In the village, all children who turned 6 years old were gathered by the village head for testing to see if they possessed the power of a guardian spirit. The testing was conducted by a master named Su Yuntao, who was from the Guardian Spirit Academy in Noding City. Soon after, Tang San and the other children were led to a room where their spirit power was put to the test. Guardian spirits varied greatly in type and strength, with Yuntao possessing the power of a forest wolf guardian spirit, which was perfect for use in combat. Meanwhile, Yuntao, having displayed his own guardian spirit, proceeded to call the first child forward to see what kind of power their guardian spirit had. The boy's protective spirit power emerged from his right hand in the form of a side-shaped farming implement. In the next test, the strength level of the boy's guardian spirit was determined by touching a ball of light. Unfortunately, the boy had no spirit energy, rendering him a failure as such spirit power could never be developed. After testing the other children, it was found that most of them possessed spirit power that protected farming equipment, but lacked strong spirit energy. Finally, Tang San stepped forward to take the test, displaying a blue-silver grass-type guardian spirit from his right hand. Strangely, he was also able to awaken another guardian spirit in his left hand in the form of a hammer, which he kept hidden. Unfortunately, Yuntao deemed the blue-silver grass guardian spirit inferior to farming tool spirits, and was reluctant to let Tang San proceed to the next stage. Despite Tang San's persistent begging, Yuntao remained skeptical because there had never been a history of a blue-silver grass spirit being cultivated. However, Tang San was given the chance to hold the orb of light, and to everyone's surprise, the orb emitted a bright radiance, lighting up the entire room. This indicated that he possessed a high level of spirit energy. Nevertheless, Yuntao still had doubts about Tang San's blue-silver grass spirit's ability to be cultivated. Soon after, the exams ended with a pleasant surprise as the village head informed Tang San that Yuntao had given him an invitation to enroll in the Spirit Guardian Academy in Noding City. Overjoyed, Tang San rushed home to ask his father, Tang Hao, for permission to attend the academy, which would begin in 3 months. However, his request was met with a stern refusal without any explanation. At that time, Tang San attempted to persuade his father by showcasing his Haotian Hammer Guardian Spirit's power. Seeing his son possess not only the blue-silver grass Guardian Spirit inherited from his late mother but also the Haotian Hammer, Tang Hao relented and started to consider his son's wish. And soon it was discovered that Tang San's mother had died during a war in the past, and Tang Hao was no ordinary person. Finally, Tang Hao changed his mind and allowed Tang San to attend the academy, but on the condition that he would not disclose his possession of the Haotian Hammer Guardian Spirit to anyone. 3 months had passed when Tang San decided to join the Guardian Spirit Academy in Noding City. He was accompanied by the village chief during his journey. While they were there, they met a little girl named Xiao Wu, who was also about to enroll in the academy. When they arrived at the entrance, the gatekeeper refused to let them in, thinking that they were poor and untrustworthy. Even the invitation that Tang San had brought with him was considered a fake and was thrown away. However, that made Tang San very annoyed, so he punched the gatekeeper, which led to a serious fight. Fortunately, a teacher named Master Yu Xiao Gang intervened and confirmed that the invitation was genuine. Xiao Gang was a researcher who conducted various tests and experiments on guardian spirits' powers, and just by looking at Tang San's invitation, he deduced that Tang San had dual guardian spirits. There, Tang San was amazed by Xiao Gang's ability to recognize his dual guardian spirits just from his invitation. He admired the teacher even more when Xiao Gang said that Tang San had the potential to become a great master in the future. He even knelt down and asked Xiao Gang to take him as his disciple. After Tang San had spoken with Xiao Gang, he proceeded to the registration administration area. However, he overheard the administration officials laughing and looking down on Xiao Gang, calling him an academy clown who only came up with strange theories. The officials claimed that the only reason Xiao Gang was still respected was that he was a close friend of the academy head. Despite hearing all of this, Tang San still held Xiao Gang in high regard, as he was the only one who knew about Tang San's dual guardian spirit. Soon after, upon reaching the dormitory, Tang San was immediately attacked by Wang Xing, the head of the male dormitory in room 7. However, Tang San was able to dodge and beat him, astonishing all of the other students. According to the rules they had set up, Tang San was crowned the next chairman. A little while later, Xiao Wu also arrived and fought for the position of chairman. Although reluctant to fight, Tang San battled with her, and they were evenly matched until Xiao Wu emerged victorious, provided that Tang San had not used all of his abilities. Later, when they all went to the canteen, a few other students began to taunt Wang Xing's group. In the academy, there were several levels of dormitories, divided according to social status. The children of the wealthy were given hotel-like rooms, while Wang Xing's group had to stay in regular dormitories for poor children. The irritated Xiao Wu looked as though she was about to beat up the taunting student, but Tang San intervened and prevented her from doing so. The following day, Tang San personally went to meet Xiao Gang and showed him his Haotian Hammer Guardian Spirit. At that time, Xiao Gang sensed that there was enough spirit energy for Tang San to level up, so he took him on a hunt for spirit rings the next day. So, these rings are important for raising the level of a spirit master, and can be obtained by killing spirit beasts. Without a spirit ring, a spirit master can't level up, no matter how hard they train. However, Xiao Gang forbade Tang San from adding a spirit ring into the Haotian hammer, as he felt that it would be better for him to focus on cultivating the spirit silver-blue grass first. On the next day, Tang San and Xiao Gang journeyed to a forest where many demon spirits roamed. During the trip, Xiao Gang gave him a belt that was useful for carrying various items. He also explained the different classifications of demon spirits, which can be distinguished by age. The older the age, the more powerful the demon spirits are, and the more difficult they are to defeat. As a result, many spirit masters form a team to defeat them. However, a low-level novice spirit master's body may not be able to handle a spirit that is too strong, and if they push themselves too far, they may die. Upon entering the hunting forest area, they encountered many people searching for teammates. However, Xiao Gang advised against trusting anyone in such a place, as a team must have strong chemistry and complementary strengths. He also explained that the hunting forest was a heavily guarded area and that one needed a hunting badge to enter. The badge had 6 levels, represented by symbols engraved with the 6 legendary spirit masters. The higher the level of the identification, the more forest areas they could access. The highest identification was only reserved for spirit masters with the highest title, the Douluo title. Shortly after reaching the forest, they embarked on a stealth quest, and Xiao Gang brought out his guardian spirit. It was a mutated animal with a powerful sense of smell that could even launch a thunder fart attack. However, Xiao Gang explained that his guardian spirit had mutated to become weaker, which was a source of ridicule among the people at the academy. This kept him at level 30. As they continued their journey, they came across a 10-year-old cat spirit that was not compatible with Tang San's guardian spirit. They also found a bamboo plant spirit with tough skin that was great for defense but not suitable for his blue-silver grass. Xiao Gang then suggested that Tang San choose a poison spirit demon that had high defense. Soon after, their hunt went on into the night, and they were chased by a pack of hungry demon wolves. Thankfully, Xiao Gang's guardian spirit was able to handle them. However, the scent of the splattered blood attracted even more terrifying creatures. Suddenly, a deadly 400-year-old poisonous snake spirit demon appeared. Although it was perfect for Tang San, Xiao Gang asked him to escape as it was too dangerous. Even the guardian spirit couldn't escape the venomous snake's rampage. Then, Tang San realized that they had no chance of escaping and chose to face the creatures instead. Once the battle was over, Tang San emerged victorious by plunging his knife into the snake's jaw, thereby killing the snake's spirit. Some people had believed that only plant spirits could be absorbed by a plant guardian spirit, but Xiao Gang's pupil, Tang San, had discovered that animal spirits could be absorbed too. Unfortunately, this revelation made Xiao Gang the target of ridicule at the academy. Determined to prove his teacher's theory, Tang San set about the absorption process, which took a long time but ultimately resulted in the blue-silver grass growing into a poison grass. During this time, Xiao Gang himself had been poisoned by the demon spirit snake. Thanks to the knowledge he had acquired from his teacher Tang Hao, Tang San was able to cure Xiao Gang of the poison. When he regained consciousness, Tang San demonstrated his new ability called the Poison Root String Attack. After returning to the academy, Xiao Gang realized that he needed more time to recover from the poison, so he couldn't train Tang San for the time being. However, he gave Tang San a book that contained all his research on how to cultivate the power of a guardian spirit. Besides that, he instructed Tang San to register himself as a young master at the academy's branch building, which would entitle him to a monthly allowance. Soon after, when Tang San arrived at the branch building, he encountered Ma Xiaonoa and Yun Tao. Xiaonoa brought Tang San into a room to test his worthiness, but the results of the test left Xiaonoa astounded. It turned out that Tang San had used a snake spirit demon as his first demon spirit, even though his guardian spirit was a blue-silver grass-type herb. Then, he explained that his teacher was Xiao Gang, which surprised Xiaonoa because he had proven Xiao Gang's theory, which had been considered strange all along. On the way back to the academy, Tang San saw a blacksmith at work, and he became interested in joining him and working part-time. He even showed off his iron forging skills, which he had learned from Tang Hao before. Meanwhile, Tang Hao was secretly watching over Tang San, and he went to Xiao Gang and asked him to become Tang San's tutor and look after him because he had to go away for a long time on a secret mission. It was then revealed that Tang Hao was a legendary master holding the Douluo title, and he was known as the Hotian Master. Before leaving, he gave Xiao Gang an absolute power badge, which might come in handy someday. 1 year later, after completing their first year at the Guardian Spirit Academy, Tang San and Xiao Wu took their annual vacation to visit Tang San's home. Upon arrival, he was taken aback by the dirty state of the house. Then, the village head explained that Tang Hao, Tang San's father, had been away for a long time, having left a letter stating that he was on a mission and would not return for a very long time. Previously, Tang Hao had promised to meet Tang San again if he became the greatest spirit master. However, because feeling alone and sad, Tang San asked Xiao Wu to become his foster sister, and he vowed to become the most powerful spirit master to prove himself to his father. 5 years later, Tang San and Xiao Wu graduated from Noding Academy, and they needed to apply to higher-level academies. Then, Xiao Gang suggested that they join Shirlan Ku Academy. While on their journey, Tang San and Xiao Wu arrived at a hotel with only one room left. However, just as they were about to check in, a playboy named Dai Mubai appeared, wanting to take the last room. However, Tang San refused to give up the room, believing that he had already reserved it beforehand. This led to a fight between them for the room. It turned out that Mubai was a master who possessed the White Tiger Guardian Spirit, which was incredibly powerful and had a strength level of 37, while Tang San's martial spirit was the blue-silver grass type, which had a level of 29. Although Tang San's blue-silver grass was incredibly flexible and could both defend and attack, Mubai's guardian spirit was more agile and could form a shield to protect him from Tang San's attacks. Soon after, when Mubai was caught off guard, Tang San began to spread poison, but he was able to hide his true strength, which Tang San had not accounted for. Despite this setback, Mubai ultimately decided to let Tang San keep the room and left. In the hotel room, Tang San recalled a past fight with someone who had a similar strength level to Mubai, which he was able to easily win with a single strike using a golden needle weapon that could penetrate his opponent's shields. The next day, Tang San, accompanied by Xiao Wu, went around in search of materials to create his secret weapon. They eventually stumbled upon an antique shop where Tang San noticed a special boulder. At first, the shop owner was asking for an unreasonable amount of money for the boulder, But upon discovering that Tang San was a black belt disciple of Shao Gang, he decided to give the boulder to him for free. After returning to their hotel room, Tang San broke the boulder into pieces and used it to make golden needles, displaying his lethal technique from the past, which greatly impressed Xiao Wu. After some time, Tang San and Xiao Wu arrived at the Shurlanku Academy registration area, where they found out that the academy owner only accepted people with strength levels above 21 or those with monstrous strength. Many applicants were turned away, including Mu Bai, a senior student at Shurlanku Academy, who displayed his strength to the dismay of the other applicants. Soon after, a girl named Ning Rongrong arrived and was immediately accepted because she had a strength level of 26 and was from a well-known clan, Qibao, which had the strongest support-type guardian spirit in the world. Soon after, Tang San and Xiao Wu were also eventually accepted after demonstrating their strength level of 29, passing the first stage. Mu Bai was then assigned to escort them to the next test because he was a student at the academy. He also mentioned that he was looking for a compatible partner with a guardian spirit like his own because the merging of two matching guardian spirits would create an even more powerful new power. All of them needed to pass in 4 selections. Shortly after Tang San entered the seemingly unimpressive building of the academy, he came across a student named Oscar, who offered him some sausages. Oscar was in the same class as Mu Bai, and his unique guardian spirit power was related to food. One of his top skills was creating stamina restoration sausages. Soon after, Mu Bai arrived with another participant named Zhu Zhuqing, who had passed the first stage test and had a cat guardian spirit with a power level of 27. After that, the 4 of them were then taken to the final test, skipping the second and third tests due to their perceived strength. During the journey, Mu Bai explained that Shurlanku Academy was an independent institution not tied to any kingdom. Moreover, the academy had only recorded 42 students since its founding, which was the reason for its poor financial situation. The academy had believed that it was better to close the academy than to accept weak students. They also had high standards, with the aim of having all students reach a power level over 40 before the age of 20, which made graduation difficult, and some students even died while hunting demon spirits to increase their level. Soon after, Mu Bai introduced the new students to one of the teachers, Zhao Wuji, who was a master with a power level of 76. There, Wuji was thrilled to see the potential in the new students, and changed the 4th and final test from a battle against Mu Bai to a fight against himself. It turned out that Wuji possessed the power of the Golden Fur Bear Guardian Spirit, which had incredibly strong defenses and almost no weakness. His rule was that if the new students could survive against him until the incense sticks burned out, they would be declared free. Shortly after, Wuji gave Tang San and his friends some time to plan before their fight. Then, Tang San took the lead and suggested a strategy based on each other's strengths. It turned out that Zhuqing had a guardian spirit that was like a cat and was really fast. Meanwhile, Rong had a pagoda-shaped guardian spirit that helped and supported others. Together, Tang San and his friends attacked Wuji, but he was really strong and didn't even use his guardian spirit to defend himself. One day, he managed to convince Wuji to use his spirit barrier power, which was so strong that it made Tang San and his friends unable to stand. However, when Tang San saw that Xiao Wu, who had protected him, was hurt, he got angry and decided to fight Wuji alone. At that time, Tang San used his 2 protective oaths to match the power of Wuji's 5th spirit, and he was even able to beat Wuji with his Haotian hammer. After the fight, Mu Bai asked Oscar to bring out his recovery sausage to treat everyone who was injured. There, Wuji acknowledged Tang San's greatness and decided to pass them all. Tang San even helped him remove the poison needles from his body. Meanwhile, at night, Wuji heard a mysterious voice calling him from outside the academy. He quickly followed the voice into the forest, and he was surprised to see Tang Hao, who was wearing a black robe. At that moment, Tang Hao was extremely powerful, and Wuji looked very scared. Then, Tang Hao took out his Haotian hammer and told Wuji that he came to teach him a lesson for bullying his son, Tang San, who Wuji had beaten before. Soon after, the head of Shurlanku Academy, Flender, came and showed the power of his guardian spirit, which was an owl with a power level of 78. Flender respected Tang Hao when he found out that he was a Douluo. But Tang Hao was still angry with Wu Ji and taught him a lesson not to bully weaker people. The next day, Tang San woke up from his unconscious state, and Oscar took care of him by offering him sausages to help with his healing. However, he refused and decided to focus on his cultivation instead. When he felt better, Tang San went to the battle site where he had used poison needles against Wu Ji, and he thought about improving his secret weapon. He knew that in the future, he would face much stronger opponents. Soon after, Tang San hurried to Xiao Wu's room to check on her and found that she was feeling better. He felt bad for not keeping his promise to protect her, but she didn't blame him. Wu Ji, the opponent they faced, was just too strong for them to fight. As they were exploring the village, Tang San and Xiao Wu stumbled upon a quarrel between Ma Hongjun, a stout man studying at Shirlanku Academy, and his girlfriend. At that moment, Xiao Wu was angry with Hongjun and intervened, with Tang San following suit to protect his little sister. Frustrated, Hongjun initiated a fight, showcasing his impressive skills that matched Tang San's own powers. So, Hongjun possessed a special guardian spirit in the form of a phoenix, which was one of the strongest animals in existence. Even the cute red phoenix possessed explosive powers that could cause significant destruction. Shortly after, Tang San tried to attack Hongjun with his plant guardian spirit, but he struggled. Eventually, Xiao Wu relied on her agility and innocent appearance to catch Hongjun off guard and land a punch on him. Fortunately, before the situation could escalate, Mu Bai arrived to break up the fight. After the fight, Mu Bai arrived and explained that his batch only had 3 students, himself, Oscar, and Hongjun. Then, he went on to explain that Hongjun's guardian spirit had undergone a mutation that transformed it from an ordinary bird to a phoenix with incredibly strong fire powers. However, the mutation had side effects that made Hongjun quick-tempered and lose control, causing him to burn anything nearby when he became angry. Later on, Flender, the founder and principal of Shirlanku Academy, gathered all the students to congratulate them. There, he ordered Oscar and Rong Rong to run 20 laps around the village while Mu Bai and Hongjun were assigned to explain the academy's rules to the new students. After the meeting, Flender took Tang San aside to have a one-on-one conversation and asked about Xiao Gang's well-being. Then, he gave Flender a letter from Xiao Gang that he had been entrusted with before leaving. After reading the letter, Flender looked very happy. Meanwhile, in the Qibao clan kingdom, Rong Rong's father, Ning Fengji, received a report from a swordsman named Chen Xin that Rong Rong had run away and joined Shirlanku Academy. Although Fengji was relieved to hear that Shirlanku Academy was a good school, Chen Xin, her uncle, was still worried and decided to check it out. On the other hand, at Shirlanku Academy, all the students had gathered together again, including Rong Rong and Oscar. They had just finished running 20 laps. Then, Flender asked them if they had completed the task he had given them. Hearing that, Oscar agreed, but he was not telling the truth. However, Flender knew this because he had been secretly watching them. At that time, Oscar had finished 20 laps, but Rong Rong had only finished 1 lap before leaving to eat in town. Knowing that, Flender was angry that Rong Rong had broken the academy's rules on her first day. He gave her 2 choices, which were she could leave the academy or apologize and promise not to break the rules again. Then, Rong Rong spoke in a proud tone and said that Shirlanku Academy was small and that Flender was not important. She thought she was the strongest student because she was a member of the Qibao clan. However, Flender reminded her that he had tested all the students and knew that Zhu Qing and Tang San were stronger than her. Meanwhile, Oscar was born with a special talent and had a powerful support-type guardian spirit. When Rong Rong heard this, she cried and ran away. Then, Flender told Oscar to go talk to Rong Rong and calm her down. He only wanted to teach her a lesson and did not intend to expel her from the academy. In the evening, the students had their first practice, which involved going to the city to participate in a tournament where they would compete against masters who might be stronger than them. These tournaments were an excellent way to gain more experience in actual combat. In the battle arena, winning a match would earn them 1 point, while losing would deduct 1 point. If they could gather 100 points, they would be awarded a copper badge. Soon after, Flender advised his students to aim for at least a silver badge before graduating, and he instructed Mu Bai to accompany the new students to register for the tournament. It turned out that the tournament had 8 badges, ranked from lowest to highest, which were iron, copper, silver, gold, bronze, gem, ruby, and diamond badges. At first, Xiao Wu thought that the tournament was easy because the silver badge was only in 3rd place. However, Mu Bai quickly denied this because he had only won 2 fights out of 29 matches, even though he was level 29. In addition, there were different types of battles to choose from, such as 1-on-1, 2-on-2, or 3-on-3 fights. Shortly after, Tang San signed up for the 1-on-1 battle, and he teamed up with Xiao Wu for the 2-on-2 battle. After registering, Xiao Wu was the first fighter from Shirlanku Academy to compete. Her opponent was a man who seemed very strong. Then, the next fighter in the ring is Tang San. He has to fight Zhu Qing because the participants are chosen randomly. Soon after, he tries to attack Zhu Qing by using his blue-silver grass to trap her, but she is too quick and manages to dodge his root ropes easily. Zhu Qing also tries to find a way to attack Tang San while he defends himself using the purple demon eyes. In order to keep up with Zhu Qing's speed, Tang San maintains a safe distance and changes his strategy by creating a cage to deal with her fast movements. However, he miscalculates and manages to trap Zhu Qing with his strong roots, which she is unable to escape from. As a result, Tang San emerges as the winner. In the next battle, Tang San and Xiao Wu fight against 2 male brothers with huge hammers. At that time, Xiao Wu is the attacker, while Tang San is responsible for protecting her and trying to control the direction of the fight. Tang San knows that this fight will be tough, especially since the opponent's hammer attack is similar to his own. However, the opponent's hammer swing is much faster than his blue-silver grass, making it difficult for him to withstand the attack. Then, he uses his second skill, the Ghost Rattan, which can immobilize opponents and spread poison to limit their movements. Then, the fight continues with the opponent throwing twin hammers that can track and chase their targets. At that time, he is knocked over by the force of the hammers while trying to protect Xiao Wu. Angered by the attack, Xiao Wu launches an attack with a secret needle weapon that could kill the opponent, but Tang San blocks the attack because the tournament is meant to increase fighting experience, not kill. Both opponents admit defeat after being weakened by Tang San's poison that is spreading throughout their bodies, giving Tang San and Xiao Wu their second victory. Upon returning to the academy, Mu Bai gets into an argument with Rong Rong, who belittles the academy and acts arrogantly. Hearing that, Mu Bai, annoyed by her behavior, uses violence despite her status. Luckily, Oscar comes to Rong Rong's aid, and Tang San calms Mu Bai down. Rong Rong then offers Tang San 100,000 gold coins to help her kill Mu Bai, but he refuses, explaining that not all problems can be solved with money and strength. Then, Tang San suggests that Rong Rong leave the academy because the environment is not suitable for her, and even Oscar, who likes her, agrees that her haughty attitude makes it difficult for her to make friends. The following day, the students gathered again for practice, and Oscar arrived late with a joyful face because he had reached level 30, and everyone congratulated him. Then, Flender instructed them to go to the Shindu forest the next day to help Oscar search for the 3rd spirit ring under the guidance of Wu Ji. During the training, they were asked to eat sausages to increase their stamina, which all the students found unpleasant. However, Rong Rong surprised everyone by volunteering to be the first to eat the sausage. She seemed to have changed her attitude after thinking about what her friends had said the night before and regretting her past behavior. The next day, Wu Ji arrived to lead the students on their mission to the Shindu forest. He appointed Mu Bai as the team leader, and Tang San was assigned to be at the forefront with Oscar and Rong Rong supporting him. Then, Xiao Wu and Hong Jun were tasked with guarding the flanks, while Mu Bai was responsible for the rear area. After a day, Oscar and his companions had a tough time finding the right demon spirits. Then, they decided to take a break and grabbed some food at a stall. Suddenly, a group of people from Changhui Academy showed up and disrupted the peaceful atmosphere. Then Mu Bai remarked that while Changhui Academy is famous, their students tend to be arrogant and weak. Little did they know that the students from Changhui Academy heard their conversation and decided to play a trick on them. At that time, one of the students from Changhui Academy intentionally bumped into a waiter, causing the food to spill. Then, Mu Bai acted quickly and caught the food, but then kicked the student to the ground. However, this enraged the students from Changhui Academy, and they all attacked Oscar and his friends. But then, Shirlanku Academy only allowed Xiao Wu to face off against all the students from Changhui Academy, and she defeated them all. Seeing that, the teacher from Changhui Academy, Yi Zhiqiu, was very angry that his students were defeated so easily. He demanded a fight with Oscar and his friends, but they refused to reveal their identity. After that, Yi Zhiqiu summoned his protective spirit, a black turtle that had reached level 50. However, the students from Shirlanku Academy teased him, saying that they were all capable of facing him. Before the battle could start, the restaurant owner asked them to fight outside. Then, Oscar and his friends came up with a strategy to defeat the powerful opponent. They knew that the black turtle armor had high durability but weak attack power. Not long after, the battle between Oscar and his friends from Shirlanku Academy and the students from Changhui Academy began outside the restaurant. Then, the students from Changhui Academy cheered as the first attack was launched by Mu Bai with an air wave punch and Hong Jun with a fire shot. At that moment, Tang San tried to restrict Yi Zhiqiu with his blue-silver grass. Once his opponent was caught, he gave Hong Jun the cue to scorch their opponent with the Phoenix Flame technique, a high-temperature attack. Unfortunately, Tang San's prediction was not entirely correct, as Yi Zhiqiu had a cold breath attack skill that could freeze the air instantly. Soon after, Zhu Qing tried to take advantage of the situation and launch a melee attack, but she was trapped in an ice dome. Fortunately, Mu Bai quickly destroyed the ice dome and Tang San bound his opponent with his blue-silver grass, allowing Hong Jun to launch another fire attack. Meanwhile, Mu Bai, provoked by Yi Zhiqiu, took a risk and attacked, causing his frostbite to worsen. On the other hand, Hong Jun launched a flame phoenix burst to block Yi Zhiqiu's ice breath attack, aimed straight at Mu Bai. At that time, the clash between the opposing elements of fire and ice was intense. As the battle raged on, Wu Ji arrived on the scene and commanded his students to immediately retreat back to their inn. However, Zhiqiu refused to leave without first demanding an apology from the students of Shirlanku Academy for insulting his own academy. Wu Ji, however, believed that no apology was necessary because the people from Changhui Academy only picked on those weaker than them. Despite Zhiqiu's objections, Wu Ji proceeded to physically attack him without relying on his guardian spirit power. After the altercation, he returned to his students and promised to train them in dealing with arrogant individuals like Zhiqiu. The next morning, Wu Ji led the students of Shirlanku Academy deep into the Shindu forest, which was vastly different from the forests maintained by most kingdoms. This forest was still wild and inhabited by demon spirits and beasts, and he warned everyone to stay close to him and not disturb any spirit demons without his orders if they wished to avoid certain death. In particular, Oscar and Rong Rong were singled out as needing to exercise extra caution. As Mu Bai led the way and opened the path, Tang San suggested that they refrain from recklessly killing young spirit beasts in order to preserve the forest's ecosystem. Doing so would also prevent stronger spirit demons from being attracted by the scent of young spirit beasts' blood. After an extensive search, the group finally detected the presence of a powerful spirit beast. At that time, Zhu Qing was instructed to investigate, and she soon spotted a 1,500-years-old flying snake that would be perfect for Oscar's third spirit ring. Working together, they hunted down the creature. Soon after, Tang San analyzed the demon's spirit and determined that it relied on high speed to capture its prey and then coil around it, rather than relying on physical attacks. Therefore, the best way to hunt it was to use Hong Jun's fire phoenix to suppress it while the others prepared to block any escape routes. Then, Wu Ji deferred leadership to Tang San due to his extensive knowledge of demon spirit strengths and weaknesses. The hunt was intense and fierce. Zhu Qing and Mu Bai, strengthened by Rong Rong's skills, managed to subdue the demon spirit. As it attempted to escape into the air, Tang San quickly trapped it in a massive plant cage. However, as Oscar prepared to deliver the final blow, the snake launched an attack. Thankfully, Tang San deflected the attack, causing the snake to fall to the ground. Hong Jun followed up with a bolt of fire, and Wu Ji delivered a series of attacks until the spirit beast was paralyzed. Shortly after, Wuji was quick to tell Oscar to grab his spirit ring after finding a flying snake spirit beast. But just as they were about to leave, an old woman appeared with her granddaughter claiming that the spirit beast belonged to her and her 3 grandsons who were the first to find it. The old woman was none other than Tang San, a highly respected senior master alongside her husband Meng Shu, known as the strongest unrivaled dragon serpent. However, Wu Ji didn't want to act rashly and decided to follow the law of masters to resolve the dispute. The law stated that fellow masters must fight each other to claim a spirit demon. Oscar, a support-type master, was challenged to fight Tian Xiang's grandson, Meng Yiran, a level 30 master. But Wu Ji wasn't convinced that Oscar could win, so Tang San stepped forward to represent Oscar in the fight. At that time, Tian Xiang agreed to this arrangement because she knew that Tang San was still a lower level than her grandson and his guardian spirit was just blue-silver grass. Shortly after, the fight between Tang San and Yiran began. Despite being underrated, he used a surprise attack to gain the upper hand. He attacked with the power of his blue-silver grass, but Yiran's serpent guardian spirit helped her escape from his root rope trap. Even the blue-silver grass poison that he used had no effect as Yiran's snake power was also poisonous. After that, she used a poison lance weapon to launch a counterattack, which was troublesome but not fast. But then, Tang San tried to get closer and managed to stop Yiran's attack, causing them to collide with each other's spirit energy. After a long battle, Tang San emerged victorious, and Oscar got the flying snake spirit's property. There, Oscar quickly absorbed the spirit demon energy to obtain his 3rd spirit ring. Meanwhile, Tang San, who was exhausted after the fight, was cultivating to recover his strength. After some time, Oscar got his 3rd ring and showed off his new skill, a flying sausage that could make anyone who ate it fly like a snake for 1 minute. Wu Ji then invited all his students back to the academy, and Tang San, who had woken up, said he had reached level 30 and wanted to find a demon spirit to make his 3rd ring. Wu Ji happily agreed and asked everyone to find a safe place to rest. As the sun began to set, they gathered together to discuss the ongoing problem of humans hunting the demon spirits. Wu Ji, who was part of the conversation, mentioned that it has become increasingly difficult to find spirit rings nowadays. He reminisced about the past, when he could easily locate many thousand-year-old demon spirits at the forest's edge. Soon after, Tang San interjected and attributed this to the humans' continuous hunting, causing the spirit beasts to be on the brink of extinction. He feared that there may come a time when a master would be unable to level up because there would be no more spirit demons available. Everyone, including Wu Ji, was lost in thought as Tang San's words rang true. Suddenly, their conversation was interrupted by the appearance of a giant ape spirit demon, the king of the jungle for demon spirits. They were all taken aback, as this type of spirit beast only lived deep in the forest and rarely came out. Then, Tang San explained that the gigantic ape was a nightmare for spirit masters, as its strength was unparalleled. Even a titled Douluo master would not be able to match it, and it could defeat another kind of spirit demon that was far above its age due to its human-like intelligence. Shortly after, Wu Ji attempted to negotiate with the giant ape demon, promising to leave immediately and not disturb him. However, seeing the king of the forest's anger, Wu Ji quickly ordered all his students to leave first while he prepared to launch an attack. When the ape spirit demon unleashed its power, they all tried to flee. Unfortunately, Xiao Wu was caught by the demon. Then, Wu Ji tried his best to save his disciple, and Tang San also tried to fight and rescue his little sister, but their efforts were futile. Soon after the intense battle, they all took some time to rest and recover from their injuries. There, Wu Ji took responsibility for not being able to protect Xiao Wu and apologized, but Tang San blamed himself for not being able to safeguard his younger sister. However, Tang San was determined to save his sister and asked Oscar for a flying sausage, despite his weakened condition. Soon after, Rong Rong stepped in to lend her protective power to help him in his mission. Wu Ji then instructed Oscar to provide the flying sausages to everyone and set out to catch up with Tang San. Meanwhile, Xiao Wu appeared to be unharmed by the encounter with the giant ape spirit, as she was familiar with the creature. It turned out that Xiao Wu was the incarnation of a hundreds of thousands of years old spirit demon who had evolved into a human. Then, she requested the ape spirit to guard her while she cultivated to obtain her third spirit ring. Being a former spirit demon, she had the unique ability to absorb spirit rings without killing the spirit beasts. As Tang San chased after Xiao Wu, his flying time was running out, causing him to fall into the forest. His injuries from the previous battle were taking a toll on his body, and to make matters worse, he encountered a spider spirit with a human face. At that time, the demon spirit overwhelmed Tang San, but he remembered Xiao Gang's words about the spider demon being a perfect match for his spirit ring, despite the spirit beast's extremely deadly poison. Soon after, Tang San finally discovered the spider demon's weakness, located on its face, and quickly attacked the spirit demon. As he attacked, he suddenly felt dizzy, and his consciousness traveled back to his past life when he was still a member of the Tang Sect. There, he met with the elders who informed him that he had been rescued from the Hell Valley's abyss. Despite being surprised by this experience, Tang San could not recall his life at Shirlanku Academy until he met a fellow disciple who reminded him of Xiao Wu. Suddenly, all his memories returned, and he decided to rescue her. When he opened his eyes, Tang San found himself trapped in cobwebs and poisoned, causing him to hallucinate. However, he refused to give up and finally used the Haotian hammer's protective spirit power to defeat the spirit beast. Afterward, he rested to expel the poison, but Meng Shu, Tian Xiang, and Yiran arrived, furious that he had interrupted their hunt for the spider spirit demon. At that moment, they were amazed that Tang San had killed the spider by himself, especially Meng Shu. However, Meng Shu and Tian Xiang were taken aback upon learning about the demon spirit they were about to face. They even accused Tang San of intentionally putting them in a difficult situation. As Tang San couldn't meet their conditions, he reluctantly agreed to join them, but he firmly told them that if they wanted his arm, they would have to take it themselves. Fortunately, Wu Ji and the others arrived just in time to prevent Meng Shu from taking Tang San's arm. Meng Shu then attempted to negotiate, and upon discovering that Tang San was the disciple of Xiao Gang, a highly regarded theorist in the spirit world, he finally agreed to let Tang San go. However, Yiran was not satisfied and challenged Tang San to a match. The bet was that he would be prohibited from absorbing the spider's spirit ring if she won. Then, Tang San accepted the challenge, but before the match started, Oscar pointed out that the bet was unfair as Yiran was not risking anything. To make it fair, he added that Yiran would have to kiss him if she lost the match. But then, Yiran explained that the match would involve throwing knives at falling leaves, and the winner would be determined by the number of leaves they caught. After that, she showed off her skills and managed to catch some leaves with her knife. However, Tang San remained composed and caught many more leaves than her, making him the winner. At that moment, Yiran was disappointed after losing the match, so Tang San tried to console her by explaining that he had practiced using secret weapons for over 9 years. He even demonstrated his secret weapon, which was smaller and more practical to use as a lethal weapon. After that, Tang San offered to teach Yiran how to use his technique, which relied on hearing rather than sight. However, suddenly she kissed him, surprising everyone. Afterwards, Yiran and her grandparents quickly left the area. Later, at the end of the Donghua, Tang San asked Oscar for a recovery sausage to help him absorb the spider spirit ring. There, Wu Ji watched as Tang San expended a great deal of energy to complete the absorption. Meanwhile, Xiao Gang received an invitation letter from Flender. On the other hand, Tang Hao seemed to bid farewell to the place filled with blue-silver grass as he set out to complete his mission in another place called Guardian Spirit Hall. The Donghua ends. The moral lesson of this Donghua is never sneak into a secret library and study forbidden techniques, or you might end up with a blue-silver grass guardian spirit and a Haotian hammer guardian spirit.